Hello everybody, hope you're having another blessed day. In today's video, we are back on Book for yet again another Dark Warrior deck profile after the Banlist new best deck. Can't handle the meta, stomps the meta, you know how it is, Dark Warrior. Basically, Inflatus maxed out Kyle, you consistently, in my opinion, is freaking broken. Anyone else may disagree, may say Phantom Knights, a Virtual World, Ellis, Stun is best deck, but you know what? I still want to believe this guy is still freaking broken as anything. And when it gets banned, we'll probably jump off the bandwagon. But yeah, till then, we're going to still crank out the Dark Warriors, because you know what? Because we can. Alright, so yeah, this to me is going to be one of the best Dark Warrior builds you can make and currently made in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? It's stupid consistent. It's very good against the meta. You know what? I think it's pretty fun to play. Okay? So yeah, this is where we were last time I did one of these, like a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. I don't know, I do these all the time. Yeah, 55 card build is what I like playing. Say, side deck, we had free Ash, we had 15 hand traps, free Ash, 2 Veils, 2 Nibiru's, 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Forbidden, and then also free Imperm. And then we counted Axe as full, so that's like a 15th card. That was pretty good. Alright, but now the meta has dropped, okay? So there are some changes to talk about, and the big one that kind of affects us a little bit is Skill Drain and Eldritch. Eldritch is a really hard matchup for this deck because they don't really care about what happens the first turn. Because if you do pop them with Caliga, they do get the graveyard effect, which can be pretty problematic. And if we let those cards last till our turn on their field, yeah, they can easily kind of break a board. Oh, we'll have a Dawn Dragster, and they usually beat over that with the Golden Lord or something. So we do gotta be careful, okay? And anything that makes Zeus does really hurt this deck, I will say, okay? Technically, we can make some probably side, extra card and extra take to fix that, but you know what? We're not worried about that. Alright. So what? This is what we have, and this is the changes that happen, because now we got the Strudo back, okay? Strudo, the beautiful card, it is coming back, and it actually is back in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, this is the current change I made. I started off, I said, okay, the Strudo's back, we don't need to play Plague Spreader anymore. So if you ditch Plague Spreader, you also get to open up no kind of bricky spot with Dark Grepho, which doesn't really help you out in modern day Dark Warriors since you don't have free Malicious. So I took out both of those cards, put it into one Destrudo, and we're already saving up one spot in our main deck to make it more consistent, draw cards like Near Space Connector, Torrent Scales, Reinforcement of the Army, and if for hand traps, it makes those more likely to be drawn, which is very nice, okay? But that's not where we stopped, okay? That's not where we stopped at all. Now, we know Phantom Knight is one of the best decks, okay? And that's a combo-based deck that really dies to Nibiru. Okay, so I decided now I'm also going to be playing free Nibiru in the main deck again. I did have 2. Just kind of have, because, wasn't really the best against the meta, in my opinion. Because, like, Tritrons didn't really care much about it. What else was it? Tribe didn't really care much about it. They still get the graveyard effects. So that was fine with that. But now we're going to play it back at free. Just hit that, and I think Virtual does kind of hate this deck definitely a little bit. So, and also, since, Luna Lights, and the whole Luna Light Tribe deck, that does hurt a little bit. It does kind of shut down a Luna Light package. So, we'll play free Nibiru also in the main deck. And then we'll also, let's make it more consistent. We're taking out 2 Ghost Spells. We'll go and play, instead of 15 hand traps, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're playing 14 hand traps. So we're dropping 1 hand trap, basically, okay? And that's just because it's not really needed. Because we do drop basically 2 cards. Basically 1 brick and then 1 hand trap. So it makes everything more consistent at 53. As compared to a 55 base stack. It ups to like 1 or 2%. And we like those numbers out here. Alright. And the last change we're currently making to our deck is also that we're running Twin Twister at free. Then again, as I showed at the beginning of the video, since Skill Drain is out, we are terrified of that card. So we're playing as many kind of hates as we can. Which is going to be like the free Lightning Storm, which I even thought about main decking. But, it's only a good main deck card, I would say, against the back row hate decks, which, if I go to my locals right now, that's what everyone freaking plays. They play like the Zodiac, Stolen Galore, they played Eldritch, they play Sky Striker, so this would be a great card to bring. But it's not really needed for me, for like the everyday deck, because if you're on Dueling Book, you're going to have a bunch of roll-based decks, you have a bunch of these combo-based decks, burning the best decks, which Lightning Storm isn't really going to help you out as much, in my opinion. At least if you have it in the main deck, it's a good side deck card when you know you're going second. But if you go first with this, yeah, you hate your life. You can't do anything. Now, it'd always be better to play the Twin Twisters if you're going first, because then you can set it. Same thing if you want to play Cosmics. The reason why I'm not playing Cosmics is mainly because I still want to use Twin Twisters to bait out more than one card. Because the only time you're going to side these cards in is when you are playing against a back row deck, and they're going to have more than just a skill drain. They're going to have a skill drain and there can only be one, or a skill drain and Mystic Mine, or something crazy, even though skill drain and Mystic Mine do the same thing. Wouldn't be a good thing, but they may have a Solemn, bait out the Solemn. So I like this one more. And it's only really good against decks that can afford a discard. It's discard Phantom Knight. That's really good. Discard Destrudo. Who cares? Zipper so late. We want it in the grave. Torn Scale. If we get banished one of these, we get the Extender. So there are definitely some cards. And of course, we have some bricks in here. But we do have some benefits of discarding some of these cards. So I'll play Twin Twister instead of Cosmic right now. Alright. Now, this isn't the only way you can really make this deck right now. Because when I was first theorizing about the Destrudo coming back, I thought there was a card that's going to have to get banned beforehand. And I can see maybe getting banned now. And that was Hockey Fibrax. Because now with the Destrudo back, I saw a lot of decks just package it in the Hockey Fibrax to get into the Destrudo, which is get a free extender, free synchro plays level 7s, which is very good. Which we kind of feared about for sure happening. So hopefully, it dies down a little bit. But yeah, with Hockey Fibrax back. Okay, wait, it can't even bring out the Destrudo, but you know what I'm talking about, though. You know what I'm talking about. Hockey Fibrax engine, Destrudo engine, it's crazy. But with Hockey Fibrax and Destrudo, it's just a little worrisome. And I always say, I would like Hulk banned if we get back Destrudo. And this is how we would change the deck up again, okay? Now, if the Hulk was banned, okay, let's save this first before I break everything. So here's the save on the deck. Now, if Hulk was banned, okay, what happened also with that? So also going to lose Dawn Dragster. Because Dawn Dragster also means we won't lose Violent Cube. We won't have that engine. But what we'll do instead, we will go back into the triple DDR. And you know where we're going with that. So triple DDR means we're also going to have to play good old boy Power Tool Dragon. Alright, so Power Tool Dragon. If I can spell. Power Tool Dragon will come back into the game for us. And then get that last DDR. And I see a lot of people playing this right now, like the triple DDR, the Power Tool Dragon, and that's right now that is a mistake and a half. You can already see right now our deck size already gone up by 1 where we're with the Violent Cube. Yes, it does free up 1 extra deck spot, but really, guys, you need an extra spot. This is just the Unicorn. It's good for your follow-up play just to get rid of that random back row, random monster, or whatever. But besides that, it's not really doing much. You can even get rid of you want to get rid of Predaplant package for that. Yeah, you're looking at something like that, but it does free up the extra deck spot. And it'll be a little weird because we always like the Dawn Dragster. It also that protection against the Cosmics or Twin Twisters. MST that can just hit your rank up spell during the standby phase before you can even activate it. So Dawn Dragster is always just there to make sure your card gets the main phase. So it can be involved in that chain to make sure Caillou gets to see the light of day. Yeah, I ran into that problem. Top deck, standby phase, Cosmic Cyclone. You lose the game because then all you guys like Appaloosa and Hopes and Dreams Crushed and a bunch of strong monsters. Yeah, you lose. Alright. But with Power Tool Dragon back, the combo will probably look something more that you were always either in, like an Appaloosa or a Predaplant for sure, I would say. Actually, no, you can't in for Predaplant because of Kaiser. So yeah, you're always in if at least an Appaloosa, I would say. Okay. Appaloosa with the Kaiser with the 2 monsters. That's what you kind of look like. Okay. And is that better? No, because you can only in for Appaloosa already with a Dawn Dragster. You just need 1 extender. Alright, so yeah, let's just fix this up again where we had it. We had the Dawn Dragster. Come back here where you had lovely synchro card. A card that's pretty good. They're pretty good. Christian. Oh, I can't spell, guys. Help me out here. Christian Hockey Fibrax. Best link card in the game. Besides Asode. Asode is Bay. Alright, and then we had Violent Cube. There you are. Best tuner to use off of Hulk, in my opinion. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's not the best one, but it is pretty good. But yep, 50 free card deck. And you know what? Let's go for it one last time for the video. We have free Ash. Don't need to say much. Ash is a really good card. We got the extender package. We got the free blue butter spy. If you get paired up with near space connector, you're gonna win the game probably. Free fire flint, free junk forward, because he's a very good war extenders. We're playing free connector, free Nibiru, because why not? And again, this is what I'm playing currently after like day 2 or 3 past the Banlist drop and just putting stuff together. I like this right now. It's pretty good. Free turn scales, because again, this is one card combo with the same as near space connector. You also have the Ascended Sage, again, really good extender. These are always pair up with either Butter Spy, Fire Flint, Junk Forward. These always pair up with each other. 2 Fake Valor, because Monster Negation is still very good in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Starts those combos with comboing off, be it anything Phantom Knights really once you get into the engine, like Rusty Bardiche, good hit on that. Hit the Predaplant, very good on that. You can also hit a lot of stuff in Virtual Ward, hit a lot of stuff in Tri-Brigade, so it's very, very good to play Monster Negates. The one Armageddon Knight, wish it was at 2, wish it was at 3, but now they're a little too broken. Again, Armageddon Knight, even if you draw it, usually you can summon this off of Isolde, but if you draw it, it's still a 1-card combo. Because you can just send one of the Phantom Knights, banish it to get the Shade Brigandine, and there's your combo right there. And you always have the second one in case you want to banish that one after you send it through the combo. Get into rank up Magic Launch. Alright, so then we have the Zephyrus Elite, the first brick in the deck, really. Which is also cool if this one, it kind of reduces the bricks. The next one is Destrudo, and I don't really count this one as a brick, because if you draw it, technically, you can then send, instead of sending with Armageddon Knight, the Destrudo, you can just send like a Phantom Knight and get the Warrior Extender. So, Destrudo plus combo is guaranteed Appaloosa. So, I don't really count as a blick. Technically, that and a Warrior doesn't get me in a combo. Sure. But, technically, worst case scenario, I can just make a John Dragster and just grin at him, or heck, make a Predaplant, make a Winda. Winda's pretty good, and some decks can't beat that. They can't special summon. Anyway, and then we have Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. You do not need to play this card. Only reason I play this card, because it's just so nice playing this game as a follow-up turn. If you get this search after Isolde and something happens in your turn, as long as you ever survive the next following turn, Gearfried can win you a game. Like, this to me is like, this is my Dragoon out. Okay? They go for Dragoon. Now, you know what? I'm just like, you know what? Banish a card, smack Gearfried. I'm like, come at me. Come at me. I'm just going to smack right into it. You try to negate it, and I'll negate your negate. It's pretty freaking funny. Alright, so Phoenix Gearfried, love this card for sure. And I believe, does it target when it takes? I can't remember. This card effect. Let's see here. If this card attacks, you can, yeah, so look, it doesn't attack. At the start of the game state, if this card attacks, you can put one face up monster on the field to discard. Doesn't target. It's an untargetable, take a monster steal, which then also gets in a monster negate. God, I think it's so good. So good. And technically, it's also extender if you somehow die from Isolde. Who knows? Alright. Then we have the Dolphin. Dolphin plus extender is for combo. Phantom Knights, because very nice. The Vion Cube. Second brick in the deck, in my opinion. Don't ever want to see this card, but it's fine if you see it. We can always special summon from my hand from Hulk. Then we're playing the 2 Chalice. Same reason we're playing the 2 Effect Veiler. Previous formats I haven't been playing this, but since Monster Negation is still really good. And also, this is like very good out to Zeus. The end of some kind of random Zeus board or something. We just quick play. When they try to activate our card, we just quick play a Chalice to bait out the whole Zeus. Or, where they only had 2 negates. We win! 2 Durandal. Because, why not? It's literally no extender. Active Foils for no hand trap. I see a lot of people don't play this in Isolde's decks. I think they're a little crazy because technically, if you already have the DDR, if you just need to negate something and waiting on it, search the Active Foils is going to bait out the negate, guaranteed. Because, you smack us on Boris Sword or Boris Savage Dragon, even if you top deck it, they're going to have to negate. Or unless they just want to have that extra 1,000 attack, which guess what? High attack doesn't really matter. We can just smack in Utopia. Or 5k Kaiser. So, it's pretty good. Then you have Divine Phoenix Sword. Definitely want to see the card. This is the third brick in my opinion. Second brick, double nothing. I will say, this is the only card you do not want to see in this deck. Because in this version of the deck, without Plague Spreader in it, if you draw this card, you cannot make Kali Yuga. Because you won't be able to get into double play. However, one thing different though is that if you do accidentally get this card, you can still always end, I believe, you should always put it in at least on a Don Dragster Winda. which is still really good. A spell entrapment gate with the 2 spell summons, and besides that, you could probably also either in on Dawn Drags during Appaloosa. Yeah. So always either Dawn Drags or Appaloosa or Dawn Drags to Winda if you do draw that. So it's not like it's going to end your day. It's just not going to be a card you could play. But free material Appaloosa for 1 spell entrapment gate. That's not bad. It's decent because of that you bricked. Alright. And in the DDR, still as extender. If you draw it, you just search for living fossil. You're good. Then extender. Extender. Last brick. Yeah, don't want to see this card either. Not as bad as double enough, but we don't want to see it. But if we do see it, we can always just search for Phantom Knights to Shade Brigadine, which potentially inboard can also make us into Appaloosa. It's not too bad. And then we have Infinite Permanence, one of the best hand traps right now. Again, monster negates are key, guys. You got to target those nice little synchro monsters, negate everything. And then Shade Brigadine. Yeah, that was a mouthful. I'm definitely regressing, but I don't not care. Alright. Then, of course, side deck, since we're all a combo-based deck, and I still think this is the best way of playing this deck, playing the free cross-out. I see a lot of people not playing it. Sorry. But our deck dies to hand traps, so that's why if we know we're going first, after, first game, we put in a free, cross-out designator, the free drag downs, and the one called by the grave. And a lot of times we also put in the rid of reboot, this case an imperm target. And what we typically would do for the free cross-out, so it's 1 to 3, it's 7 cards. We'll look at getting rid of a Nibiru, Ash Blossom. We'll also get rid of Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. So that's 3 spots right there already open. And then let's see what else would we get rid of. We'll probably get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 cards. So we'll go down to probably 1 hand trap of each of the cards. Yeah, so yeah, probably 1 hand trap each of the cards. Make sure we always get into those cards instead. And they'll still have room for at least one of each of these hand traps. We wouldn't play the Forbidden Chalice. Probably at all. But we would play Effect Veil. We would play the Nibiru still in there. The Ash Blossom still in there. And the Imperm still in there. Okay. But no Forbidden Chalice. All right. And same thing. Kind of same fashion if no we're going second. If we're going second. What do we take out? Well, if we know we're not playing against a combo deck, we're taking out Nibiru for sure. And part to still take out the Chalice. Chalice is a card we always seem to be sighted out when we're playing this deck. Because if we're going first, we don't need it really at all. That's like, well, because we're playing the cross out, and our opponent will never be able to use Chalice in a way that's going to interrupt our plays. They could stand by phase do it, but there's not really any card that won't really negate it. It'd be really good. They could go, let's say they go for a quick play, hit the Dawn Dragster. Well, in the resolution, it's going to be main phase, and then they try a Cosmic Cyclone. Then we still go into the rank up. So it's not really bad. All right. So same kind of thing, sharpening up the cards. We got the back row hate, Lightning Storms, the free Twisters, the Harpies, and also Red Reboot. And to finish up the extra deck. Whew, I'm in a mouthful, guys. We're in a mouthful. But we got El Shaddai Window, which plays with the player for Antaconda, which we can potentially always usually make this going like the second turn. Or if we brick, it's pretty nice. We have the Kabbalah Warrior with the Ready Fusion. Got Millennium Eyes. Well, Kabbalah will also become Instant Fusion. Depends what we need it for. If we need Extender. Or we can play also Millennium Eyes. Is that if we play Instant Fusion going first, we always smack the Millennium Eyes to a combo to take out those Drolls, those Lancias, those Ash Blossom Effect Failures. Very nice. 2 Isoldes. And this is really funny. 2 Isoldes comes in so clutch. If you're not playing 2 Isoldes, you are insane. And you're playing it wrong. Mainly because I've seen so many people, when you go for the add effect of Isolde, they imperm you. Or the effect fail you or something. Just to say, okay, that whole monster's effect is done. And you're right, that monster's effect is done. But as long as you have an extender, which you always want to keep in your hand, a lot of time it's Shea Brigadine or let's say a Fuller's Barrier or something. You're able to then use Isolde and that extender to make a second Isolde. Yes, you can get that search effect, but you still get that special effect and they lose their minds. It happens so often. It's really funny. Alright. And also your follow-up turn, if it went fine, you can easily use, let's say, Utopia or even a Kaiser if you can't attack directly to make into a second Isolde. Special summon out a Firefront Lady by sending one of your quit spells, which you always will have in the deck. And then go into a Unicorn. And bounce a card. Do you have Appaloosa? If you ever get that at that point, you probably win the game. Because if you ever get to Appaloosa, you have probably 4 combo. You can always stop Nibiru. There's nothing's going to really stop you except for like a random Imperm on double. Which at that point, though, you have it on Dragster, so you're good. How for a combo, you used to play a Synchro package with it in case you banish it, but now, not that good. Then we have Nightmare Unicorn. We have Predator Flame we talked about, Don Dragster to protect the quick, for in case the quick plays like Twin Twister and Cosmics. The God card himself. Kali Yuga. You play Kali Yuga, you won the game. I'm sorry, guys. They'll have to either make some Zeus blow up your board. Zeus is really only out to this. That's to say, Zeus is only out. And Kaiju's, which is seeing a lot more play, so we'll see how the meta develops if we want to play some Kaiju hate, but we'll see. Then we have Big Eye, which gets into Kali Yuga. Utopia for either just a null warrior body for more attack, or to go into Utopia double 10k Smackaroo for OTKs. Double, and a Kaiser. And yeah, that is my current, something that's probably changed within a week, but my current Dark Warrior build, 53 card. Again, I think this is the best and most consistent way to play Dark Warrior at a competitive level. Because I see a lot of build Dark Warriors that just go for insane combos. Sure. What happens if we get Nibiru? What happens if we get Ash Blossom? Impermed? You lose. Alright. This one here, in my opinion, gives you the best chance to follow up with your plays. Because you get, let's say a Sodi gets Impermed, guess what? You still make it to a Pledge Extender. Or you still have a chance to go maybe next turn go into it because you have enough hand traps in your hand. Alright. So if you're playing Dark Warrior, any kind of random combo, crazy board deck, make sure playing some cards at least make it competitive, okay? Don't complain saying, oh, I got Ash and I lost. Well, guess what? You may have Ash too. You may have Imperm too. You may have Nibiru too. So just try again your next turn after you do the exact same thing back to your opponent. And they're like, why you play that card? Cause you can. Alright. Cause you can. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guess helps you support me and it helps me make more videos for you to enjoy. Now, since it is in a video, you know it's time for me to say, hope this week is blessed and hope you again in the next video. And of course, Dark Warrior's best deck, and you know it. And that's that. I'm out.